Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to The Grounded Dollar. I'm Melanie, and it is time for a budget with me. This will be the second half of my bi-weekly paycheck. So I'm paid every 2 weeks, and then I divide it in half. We are going to see what we've got left. It's a tight one this week, just like last week. So what I'm doing is I'm basically copying almost my budget breakdown from last week. My fixed expenses and my variables stay the same. Actually, I'm going to lessen these some. And then there's mandatory ones, sinking funds. So let's get going. I'm going to go ahead and write out all of my expenses, and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and wrote out my fixed expenses, my bills, and my variables. That's my cash wallet, things that change every week. I'm working with $711. All of my bills added up, which, if you didn't know, I take a quarter of my bills out of every paycheck. All right, the bracelet's bothering me. This way, no single check is responsible for a big bill or a bunch of big bills. And it's helped me so far, so I'm going to keep doing it that way. I did lower my variable expenses this week, especially food. Today is Sunday when I'm filming this, and you're seeing it. And I have a huge crock pot going for beef and peppers, tomatoes, sauce for rigatoni for several days, and then the rest of it will be put over rice later. So I also have sausages and chili mix. I will make that later as well. And I also have grilled chicken strips. So I do not need to buy any main things this week. And my goal for this week is to not make any unnecessary trips to the grocery store. So I have my coffee, creamer, almond milk, eggs. I have everything that I need for food. So I'm really hoping to avoid going there. And we'll see what we can do. So what I do is I add up the bills. So I take away the $711 minus $434, and I have $277 left. And for my variables, so I only gave myself $50 for food and drinks this week because I don't need anything else. I have plenty of drinks. I'm good. Oops. 50 plus fuel gets 20 as usual. I probably won't use it all, but you never know. I roll it over. Plus 20 for housing. I need a bunch of laundry stuff. And 10 for dining out. I'm not giving myself spending money this week. Not because I'm trying to restrict myself so much, but I need to. I just need to. With all this new medical dental debt and the high interest rates on the credit cards and the care credit, I need to find ways to pay that off faster. So instead of $150 this week, my variables are $100. So $277 minus $100. That leaves me with $177. Then I'm going to skip sinking funds first, and I'm going to come over to debt. I have mandatory credit card, $17. And then mandatory for the dental, the minimum payment. So I divide it in 4, and every week I cash stuff it, plus a little extra is 23. So 17 plus 23 equals $40. 177 minus 40 lets me have 137 left to cash stuff into my sinking funds. So we come back up here, and I write my leftover, 137. Let's carry it up. Now, I have several mandatory sinking funds. Do you have mandatory sinking funds? My emergency fund. Let's get that on the calculator. Okay, that gets $10 every week. Pharmacy for my prescriptions gets $27 a week. Annuals get $6. So now I'm already down to $94. Well, I need my long term, and that is saving for, excuse me, it is to help pay off some of this new debt and my longer term goals. My Europe trip in 2 years. I can't even think. Good grief, Mel. More in my medical reserve. My future for a family, my future home, things like that. Good grief. That like was pulling teeth. Oh, I shouldn't make that joke. Too soon. Too soon, Mel. So last week we only gave it 30. This week we're going to go ahead and give it 35. All right, that leaves me with $59 for other sinking funds. So what I'm going to try and do is not do the same ones we did last week, except for I did say I was going to come back and put something in. I believe it was Christmas is going to get 10 this week. I'm kind of behind on that. All right, so we're down to 49. I believe my Yes Fund could use a little boost. Vehicle maintenance, that's another 10. All right, we're down to 39. PK pause. Actually, not PK pause. Okay. Autumn, even though I did do it last week, that is my favorite season, so I know that I need money for it. So we're actually going to give it 5. I keep saying, I was doing better at that. We are going to give, okay, now PK pause. All right, I went ahead and looked and saw what needs a little bit of a boost. Black Friday, I barely have anything saved up for that. So we are going to go ahead and give that 10. I do have a big Black Friday purchase I try to do. Home care, I had to empty that because I needed things for the apartment. So we're going to go ahead and just restart her. It's not a big one I really need. Clothing, winter's coming up. I've lost weight. I don't have winter items. So we're going to go ahead and give that 15. And then the little bit that's left, that $4, we're going to go ahead and give it to my buffer that is in my bills envelope. No, bills binder. And try to go ahead and start filling it back in. All right, so let's add everybody up. Make sure we're correct. 10 plus 27 plus 6 plus 35 plus 10 plus 15 plus 10 plus 5 plus 15 plus 4. 137. And look what we have left over. 0. Come down here. And by the way, this is from the Budget Mom. A couple years ago, I purchased the printable version too, and that's what I'm using now. Trying to keep things just simplified, even though I prefer more color and flash. I gotta focus, Mel, focus. All right, so what we're gonna do is add everybody up. So your total inflow, which is my income, 711 minus, let's add up everybody. So bills, 434 plus variables plus sinking funds plus debt equals 711 equals 0. That is a zero-based budget, people. When you hear that term, if you don't know what it means every dollar from your paycheck has a job. Every dollar. It's the Dave Ramsey method, but that's about all I follow of the Dave Ramsey method. Because for me, his methods are not realistic for somebody who is a single income, low income paycheck in debt. Not realistic. They are too restrictive. They are, I'm not going to keep going, but it's not something I follow. Bare minimum do I take from his method now because it's outdated. Anyways, that is the budget for Mel this week. It's not too bad. It could be worse. That's what I'm going to keep going with. Just in case you wanted to know, yes, my teeth are still irritating my mouth. Not as bad, but my tongue is swollen, and I will be going back this week for a new fitting. I've just got to try and fit it in between work and that interview, because that knocks out Thursday. So I'll figure it out. I probably won't be able to till next Friday. But in the meantime, I'm going to go try and fix the project that I'm trying to make so I can launch my website. I'm having issues with gluing. Oh, I bought 2 different glues today, so we're going to try those and see if they're better than the ones I've already used. Wish me luck. I will see you all Wednesday for the weekly cash stuffing. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.